Hi, this is Tony from Kepler Analytics, just taking you through another one of our weekly mini radars. This one we want to talk about the Q1 experience for sales conversion and ATV. We've plotted the numbers against each other. Now, this is a basket of just under 2,000 stores, about 1,850 stores across Australia and New Zealand. So we're looking at basically January 1 to March 31st. What are the rates of sales conversion and ATV across the year? So we've got 2019 pre-COVID, 22, 23 post-COVID years, and we're looking across these levels to see how does sales conversion and ATV drive. Now, we've always known that these have had an inverse relationship. We thought we'd put them up for you guys to have a look at. You can see that there's a pretty big shift. So this curvature across mainstream Australian and New Zealand retail has come back quite a lot at the tail end, the higher end of ATVs. The sales conversion has dropped away quite a significant amount over the last 12 months from 23 to 22. And you can see that there's a nice little pickup at the start of the ATV line as well, where sales conversions are now a little bit higher at the lower ATV points. The intersection point last year was around about 35% of sales conversion at around about $138. That was the intersection point that we had. When we adjust this for CPI, we can see that a couple of things happen. The first thing that happens is that it's very clear that customer price sensitivity becomes very quantifiable. That gap really does start to get quite wide at the upper end of the ATV curve between 23 and 22. And you can see that that intersection point jumps about 4.7%, jumps up to 40%, and drops about $45 down to $88. And so you can see that there's quite a significant gap there when we're doing the CPI adjustment based on CPI to 2019. Now, if we just pull 23 against itself, pre-CPI, post-CPI, you can see how these lines look. Obviously, the gap widens as we're talking percentage of dollar value, but you can see that there is quite a dramatic shift in that CPI adjustment and what it is doing to the shape of that curve and the nature of that curve as well, where sales conversion really is significantly higher at those lower price points, and CPI is pushing, or price increases are pushing more customers into lower price brackets. Implications here for network structure, outlet stores, outlet malls. These have been fairly prominent. There's a reason that we have been speaking about these all throughout this year as we've been doing these mini radars. These are now increasingly important components of a nimble and agile and reactive network structure. If you've got these locations, fantastic opportunity to use them to their full potential to offers and in-store execution. There'll be some stuff in coming weeks where we're able to quantify the alignment of brand execution and value and alignment to customer expectation and how much that can actually be worth. So we're seeing businesses who are offering really tightly aligned packages to brand execution and meeting their customer needs, able to deviate away from their sales conversion curve in particular categories by even as much as 100%, doubling their business by offering a really tightly aligned package to customer expectation. So these kind of ratios and these kind of relationship between ATV and sales conversion, important to know where you sit, but that brand value and how do we align that brand and that execution to the presence that we offer customers, that's really, really important. Now, again, if you need help with this, that's what we're here for. Please do reach out. The numbers for our offices around the world are on the screen, or our email addresses are also on the screen. So please do reach out if there is anything that we can help with, because we are seeing that these curves are really becoming important. And we've spoken about this often through this year, that we think that there is a significant opportunity for growth. This sales conversion ATV experience alignment piece is probably one of the most significant. Good luck for Mother's Day coming up, and wishing you all the best.